Hello everyone. So starting with the next video. So this is under quick revision series with the tagline under 10 minutes. So today we will having a topic called marriage universality. This is the second video for this series. This comes from paper 1 and topic 2.5. Let's begin. Okay, before we go for the slide and talk about the topic, so one thing that I would like to suggest that if you want a better experience, please do watch this video on YouTube at 1.5 speed. You will definitely like it. I'm promising you, you will definitely like it. Okay, moving the next, which is the topic now. So let's talk about marriage and non-universality as its nature, right? So marriage is definitely a non-universal, and the reason for its non-universal in nature is that its forms and the practice vary significantly across cultures and the society. So you will see why, and I will give you more example on that. So this is just a first a primer line that I would like to tell you. It varies in forms and practice across culture and society. Since this marriage comes under kind of subject of sociology and anthropology both, so there's no consensus among them, the sociologists and kind of anthropologists among themselves. There's no formal definition of marriage which get it across all the culture. Okay, so this is also one of the reason, and they know better that why they don't have consensus over there, because marriage is a unique to culture and culture varies itself, right? So this is just a plain simple English, but yeah, moving ahead, we'll talk more about that. So marriage across culture differ in purpose and function. So when you will kind of learn about the marriage in general and across the culture, you will see that many cultures wise and the function wise, every culture has different purpose and the function. Moving ahead to the next, so let's talk about few reasons why we talk about the non-universality of marriage, right? So I would say in very brief line that yeah, culture has a unique historical value system, religious systems, legal and social factors, right? And all these contribute largely to culture as a unique, right? And these cultures define the definition and the nature and the forms of marriage. So that is one reason. Let me give you a few examples to talk about why every culture has a unique nature of the marriage and its function and the purpose. So let's talk about there's a one concept called polygamy and polyandry. So polygamy is a one practice where many women just share one husband, and this is being a kind of practice in some of those cultures. Second thing that I would like to bring in that polyandry is also a kind of practice where just one woman share X number of husbands. So this is also kind of one practice of marriage. And if we talk about one great example, I would give you that in Himachal Pradesh, if you go over there in Sirmaur, this practice is still there. And I personally have seen that the person and the family which such practice are there. Next, let me give you the reason that this practice of homosexuality and its reunion is acceptable across many cultures now. So this is also kind of one great reason that few of those cultures have this adopted the concept of homosexual marriage, but again, many of the culture have not accepted. That is also one reason. If you go in Latin America, you will find this fictitious marriages are very prevalent. So there can be many reasons for that. We'll not go into that. But again, many culture has this fictitious marriage culture system, which is not prevalent in other cultures. Okay, let's talk about the in China. There's a concubinage systems, and if the offsprings are there, and such relationships getting fulbright kind of birthright. So this is again one way in where the offspring are being offspring are there, but it is through the concubinage systems, and these offsprings are getting full birthrights. So this is also unique and unique to China only, and which is not you will see across the other cultures. Moving to the next, I would say there are a few more reasons, and let's talk about a few more. So in modern society nowadays, it's now kind of acceptable for this kind of union, which is called live-in relationship. Although this concept is itself called Western cultured kind of centric. Other is that cattle marriage. So if you talk about Indian subcontinent and Africa, you will see that such kind of concept of marriage is there, where cattle are bringing and they got married, and then they have some kind of systems over there. And if you wanted to quote about a particular tribe, that's called Bantus, they practice this cattle marriage. So there's another reason, and I'm just giving a few of those reasons why every culture has uniqueness, and this uniqueness bring that no formal consensus for marriage as a definition, as an institution. So there's a practice in Nair community in Kerala. You will learn it in detail when you Google it and all. So you will see that woman has more right, and based on that, there are various other things and complication in the union. So this is again one great practice in southern India, especially in the Kerala region, which is making it different than other cultures. So this is also one great example. And in general, different culture has different legal framework and regulation around the surrounding, and that makes a marriage or the union different in different forms and the purpose. So this is kind of one also more a bigger picture reason. in general, I would say that every sociologist and anthropologist have tried to give their own definition, try to cover as much culture as possible. But again, there's no kind of formal definition in there. And if it is there, then there is always a great deal of criticism over there. So there have been various definitions, but still there are many exceptions as well. So hence, this is called like kind of no consensus over a formal definitions. Let's talk about like reason for non universality, right? So we have talked about already, but if I talk about in very nutshell, so I would say that culture itself is a unique, because of many frameworks, legal systems surrounding social structures, values, and whatnot, right? And this concept of marriage is unique to culture itself, right? So this makes this whole marriage itself a very unique in each culture. And hence we see that this marriage as an institution or as a system is non universal across culture. Moving to the next, I would say I'm done with the topic, but yeah, I would just say I'm adding over here that every video you will find a kind of Google feedback forms in the descriptions. Do go over there and give us the feedback. How do you like it? Rate us our quality. We will follow those feedback strictly in the next video. And for further, I would request that please do comment, like it, and share it so that more and more people get benefited. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Thank you.